Morning. I think we're saying it's day 19. It was a wet and rainy night. Metal roof made a lot of noise. I don't know if you can see the lean on this lean-to, but it's got a really good slope. Sagging floor, so there's an opening in the back. You know, it's better than sleeping out in the rain, probably. But yeah, not a great night's sleep, that's for sure. There's a lot of tossing and turning. But I think I got some naps in. I'm kind of waiting for the cloud to lift here. It comes down every once in a while and blows right through camp. So I know the ceiling is just above us, and we got to go up a little bit. Then a lot of the day is going to be going down, but it's lumpy down. We're managing to climb like 2,500 feet, and the entire day is almost all downhill. So I don't know what to tell you. No, it's like 3,500 feet of down and 2,500 feet of up. But there's a few bumps along the way. But I thought I'd say good morning. Still taking my time getting packed up. I was hoping this cloud was going to come up a little bit more, but it's about as good as it's going to get. I don't think we're going to do 19 miles today, or 17, or whatever it would be. So I think we may settle for 12. We're going to run out of food, kind of, but I think we have enough where we won't starve to death before we get to the highland where the food is. Would have been nice to get there tomorrow when it was going to be raining, but a lot of things would be nice. I'm going to keep walking because that's what I do. So, yeah, we'll see you out there later. I don't know that there's going to be much to see today because of the weather. It's going to be cloudy. We may be in the clouds a lot of the day. I don't know. But we'll see what happens out there. So this is what today has looked like. Raining. They said it was going to stop raining. It didn't. It poured for a couple of hours. Now we're in the cloud. And oh, the maintenance in this wilderness leaves something to be desired. Pardon the camera work, but really, you could cut that thing off. It's like they really are trying to make it hard as possible. When they make duck unders or step overs, they don't cut the limbs off, or they'll leave 5-inch knobs to grab you. That one there, they cut that branch, but they left 5 inches of it sticking up, and so you can't swing your leg through there. It's like, I don't understand if they're just not comprehending how it's supposed to be done, or if they're like intentionally trying to make it as hard as possible, because that's just not how you cut trees. I hate to bitch, but really, what the heck? It's the same cut whether you cut it flat or you leave a 5-inch stub. There's just no benefit to leaving that stub there. I don't know. Alright. I got that out of my system for now. But the next blowdown, it'll start up again. Past the first couple of shelters, Next one's 7 or 8 miles away. 5 hours, they say, 5 and change. Hoping to be there by 4, maybe. There's really no point in stopping anywhere between here and there. So, I threw some cheese and sausage in my pocket. And, we're just gonna stomp.
It's a little bit windy. I don't know what all we're climbing next, but I imagine we'll probably go up there.
I finally found a spot to sit down, so I stopped and I had a pint. I couldn't find a log or a rock worthy of my butt in that woods. Pardon all my groaning, but I'm just starting to move again and my feet hurt. Later, they'll hurt too, but I'm more used to it and I stop making the noises with every step. But right now, we're still in the ow, ow, ow stage. That pouring rain this morning flattened my socks, of course, so after yesterday's long walk with sore feet, today's long walk is done in soaking wet boots with flat socks. And yeah, I know your trail runners would have dried out by now, I'm sure. Yeah, I ran into some guys, trail runners. They were talking about how much they were rolling their ankles. I never even considered that. My ankles, they do not roll. They think about rolling and then they stop. That's the advantage for boot. It's pretty hard to break your ankle in a boot. It can be done. I'm not saying you can't. Baby. My trail. I get distracted by the view. But yeah, I guess they're building a cell tower on top of this mountain. Talking to a construction guy there while I was eating. I don't know if it's my brand, but I know I don't have any signal here now. Oh God, well, I'm not walking across that without 2 hiking poles and a clenched butt. I've slid on boards like that before. Alright, well, we're going to continue toddling. Just a little over 3 miles, they say. Good morning. I think this is day 20. Pulling out of Sucker Brook shelter. There were people here when we arrived, so no cameras in camp. Then more people arrived, and then more people arrived, so we may have to get used to there being people. Not looking forward to that part. Pardon the grimacing. Climbing back up to the trail. First steps of the day. Look, almost looks like sunshine over there. My forecast yesterday said it was going to rain today. My forecast today says it's going to rain today. But I don't know. I'm hoping to not get rain. 2 13-mile days puts us at the end. Boy, this getting warmed up is hard work. It's funny, because later, be hauling ass up and down mountains. Don't really notice it. But when you first get started, everything's got to get warmed up. It was a bit of a hill. Well, I think there's some pretty spots today. The clouds aren't full. I know there were some spots yesterday, but they were all full of clouds. Well, we're kind of on top of something. I don't see any signs. Wasn't listed as anything on far out. I guess I could have looked at the map. But yeah, we're definitely on top of something. Sky is still above us. This is good. We're going to keep rolling as fast as we can and hope that weather forecast is wrong. I don't know. That looks like weather over there though. I guess. Into each life some rain must fall. But it's probably enough for a few days. Yeah, this breeze is nice. It's like a double lump climb here. They're not big climbs, but they're steep, sweaty. Woo, yeah, that feels good. I think there's a few lumps on the way down this hill too, so not sure we're even really done lumping. I think I see another lump over there before the gap. Unless that's the other side of the gap. Either way, we know we're going up all those lumps. Yeah, we're definitely going up those. Alright, it's like an equestrian event out here today with these gates to jump over. Oh, I have to tell you, I had my first official fall. Day 20. This was not a controlled sit down. This was a forward flight. I think my heel caught. When my toe catches, I can mule kick out. But the heel catching, there's nothing you can do but fly. Luckily, I had a soft landing spot. I don't think I really hurt anything too much. I don't think I did my knees any favors, but yeah, I just gotta be honest with you, I did actually fall once. So far. There's been a lot of slip sliding, a lot of catches. Lucky to be alive, happy to be alive, grateful to be alive. No rain. Well, I don't know if the cliff is horrid, but coming down this stone staircase was murder. The cliffs are closed for falcons, of course. Horrid cliff? Mount Horrid? I don't know. But those stairs, oh my gosh, those hurt. That's too much down, too fast. Thankfully, I've reached dirt. I can shuffle. The knees, they can't handle all that. They've been working. I don't know if I need more days off. If I need to spend $10,000 on lighter weight gear. It's probably still cheaper than more days off. Those days off are expensive. Oh man. Yeah, this is beautiful. It was just a few minutes ago. I wasn't sure if my legs were going to come apart. I'm going to drop down to the bottom of this gap, I guess they call them here. Notch. And then on the other side there's a shelter. Stop and have some lunch. Drink some water. Decide how wet it's gonna get. It hasn't started yet, but I have a feeling we're gonna get wet before we get to camp. Those were the cliffs we couldn't go up to. Or out to, I don't know, I imagine we went over the top. We would have been down to the cliffs. Looks like the weather's coming though. Beautiful view, but I don't like to see those clouds. We're going up. And I think we're gonna get wet. Hopefully we can get to this shelter and have lunch dry. But I don't know. Then I think it's going to be a wet afternoon. Well, we almost made it here before the rain hit. Thankfully, we made it here when we did. It's been raining pretty good for a bit. Had some lunch. Try to get brave enough to look for the water. Have left me no signs. I don't see any indication at all. There's usually a map on the wall. It's missing. Thinking it might be over there. But I don't know. Whew. Cold, wet. 7 miles to the next shelter. Hopefully it lets up. We're hiking this all afternoon. We're in the poncho. I'm already cold and wet. I thought I'd show you what rain looks like, in case you didn't know. Somebody brought Trail Magic IPAs. 2 different types. I'm not drinking that crap. Even if I was camped here, I wouldn't drink it, but I'm certainly not carrying it. Yeah, I don't want to hike in the rain. Oh well. Maybe it'll blow over.
Well, don't know that that's all the rain. I took a nice long break and let most of it wash through. Met some northbounders who said they'd been hiking in it for quite some time. So, we are counting our blessings for now. And they say the trail is beautiful. So we're going to enjoy it. So we've been skirting this ridge since we left that shelter. And now we've come to, sorry, there's a lot of bugs. We've come to a snowmobile trail. It seems like we are way up high for a snowmobile trail. I guess if they cut the slope, can get up here. Long Trail South, that's us. Yeah, there's a lot of mosquitoes there though. We should probably go. I don't know where I am, so I can't tell you. I've been kind of putting off checking. It seems like we were cruising, but we had a lot of miles to go, so I didn't want to start checking too soon. Pretty sure we're not there yet. That much I can tell you. Look at those skid marks. They almost got me. Those bridges, they're treacherous. That's a beautiful little brook. There's no shelter here. I would camp here. No, I have to keep going. I have to keep going. But it's a beautiful spot. Great water. Put the shelter up there. Privy over there. Doing business. Alright, I gotta look and see where I am. Day 21. Pulling out of David Logan. Had some nice neighbors last night. Young guy and his dad. Dad's doing a little hiking with him. Young guy's doing the whole trail northbound. Rained. Then it rained some more this morning. It was dark at like 5 o'clock last night. It was terrible. And it kept getting lighter towards bedtime. Now I'm gonna huff and puff because we're climbing uphill back to the trail. These miles don't even count. It's like a third of a mile. And it's a long third of a mile too. But it's a nice shelter. A little tilted in the bunks. Pipe spring. You just see a little water coming out now. Every once in a while it gushes. I don't know what that's all about, but it was good water. Really cold, really clear. Yeah, maybe I'll just put the camera away and talk to you guys after I get up on that hill. I think we're going downhill once we get up this hill. It's so hard to get started in the morning. Last night I was running up this hill up here because I knew it was going to rain. I don't know if I was more soaked from the rain or from sweat from running up the hill. But once you're moving, you can move. But boy, getting started, it's hard to get everything warmed up. So I'll see you on the downhill section. They say the sun might come out later. Well, I don't know if you can see the view. I can't. But thought I'd show you anyway. There's a pond down there. I can sometimes make it out when the cloud isn't as thick, but we're kind of in the cloud. Did I mention the clouds? Yeah. They say later the sun might come out. It'll probably be hot. We gotta go. I am nervous about not getting a room tonight. I really want that room. It seemed a convenient time to show you this little guy. They're all over it. If you're careful, you don't even step on them. I don't know how many I may have stepped on that I didn't see. But sun is burning through. I think it's going to get a little tropical. But we are bearing down on our lunch spot already. Last I looked, it was 11:30 and we had a mile and a third to go. So we're going to keep going. I've been running. Now, I've been going fast. Not running. The pack is really light, so it helps. But yeah, I want to get to town. Get to that hotel. But I'll settle for getting to lunch. So let's go. Well, we made record time to Ralston Rest. And then we spent about 45 minutes there resting. I was pretty thrashed by the time I got there. I was really racing. I beat book time by like about half an hour. They said it was going to take like 5.25 hours to get there. And we took about 4 3/4. Whoa. But now nothing will move. The feet and the knees are all adjusting to the idea that we're not done for the day. They seem to think we'd reached a shelter. And we'd certainly done a lot of miles. But no. That was just for lunch. But look, the sun is shining. Literally, a bird was singing earlier. A blue jay was squawking at me. That's what made me think to take the camera out. I don't know why. But yeah, once these knees start working again, we'll go down this hill. And then the feet are going to have to work because we've got to go up another one. And then we're going to go down. And I think things are going to be good down there. It's about 5.5, 6 miles from the shelter to the inn. But not a lot of elevation change. It's a gentle, sloping valley here we'll go into and out of. Gentle is good. I was really moving this far. I'm not sure an old fat man should move like that. It wasn't quite running, but I was hauling butt. It was just so nice to actually have a trail that you could move on at times. There were plenty of difficulties, of course. You know, blowdowns and sloped, wet rocks pointing you over a cliff of doom. But, oh, and a lot of slippery sticks. Let's not forget them. But there were other places where I was cruising. Well, I was singing a lot too. I figured I had a few hours before I would run into any oncoming traffic, so. Something about singing my way up a mountain seems to work for me. It uses up some of your oxygen, but it keeps me from going too fast. And it's certainly inspirational. Oh, all right. I'm gonna have to put the camera away and start working here. I'm using talking to you as an excuse to go slow. I don't know that anything is warming up. I think that fall yesterday, I bruised my left knee. So it's a little squawky at times. But I think that's gonna go away. I don't think there's any damage to the knee. Well, I mean, it's damage, but I think everything still is functional in there. I think it got smashed into something on the way down. I thought I did a really good job of landing in some ferns and some moss. But apparently that knee must have hit the ground first at some point. I was flying head first. My heel caught. And poles were not going to save me. Poles were going to hurt me. If I tried to plant a pole, I might have torn an arm off because I had a lot of forward momentum. Ah, okay. Well, we'll see what happens when we get further on. I'm not sure where we'll see you again. How happy I will be. Main Junction. Bear country. This is not a trail. Well, that's good to know. So we're going to head north on the AT a little bit. And then down to the end. Yeah. Let's see how this goes. Another section of the AT completed. I don't think we're going to be on this for very long. Yeah, it's a beautiful day in the forest. A little hot. That ridge wore me out. It just kept going up and down, never getting anywhere. They said it was going to be a few hundred feet of elevation, and it was probably 1,000 feet of climbing along that ridge because it just kept going up and down. All right, enough complaining.
Well, let's see just how much road noise we get here. Day 22 has turned into a glorious 0 day here at the inn. Giant breakfast. It's a lot of eating in the pub last night. There was some drinking too, I will admit. So it's been very nice. We'll go a little easier tonight. We got a big mountain to climb tomorrow. Still. Sorry, I got a highway right here. It's really nice to take a day off. The feet and the knees are going to be really happy about that. And then it looks like
a race to the finish line. Yeah, sorry, there's a highway there. I can't do anything about that. But work with what you got. I found some rocks, place to go sit in the shade. I'm gonna relax and enjoy my day. We'll see you on trail tomorrow.